Very well, that's up to here. And now I am going to set the coloring on linear. Okay, this section is my blue color. That needs to be set up there. And we need to change these sections, so I set this here like that. That is, I set this here like this. Of course, let me do it like this again. This section is changed to blue. Okay, very well. Very well, of course, this section needs to be changed. That is, this needs to be set over here. As you see, let me do it over again so that I can create things here. I change this like that. Okay, this one up to here, this one here. We need to have the blue color and the white section like this. I make some copies from this. Okay, so that I can include the smaller elements. Here we have one like that, and now the product that we have here, it is very simple. I set it here, the image of this, the image that is inside like this, and finally the texture that we have here. They are very simple to design with no complexity. That is, you can easily design them. Very simple. There are some circular elements that have been set here, and finally these elements we can design them from here. Okay, I can actually I can have some like this, design them and include them like this up to here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, very well, very well. This section is okay, where we give it the white color. We can give it a border, of course, like this. We can give it a border. All right, that's up to here, and now we are left with these sections where we need to change the font. SF Pro display, the select color section of the site that we have. Okay, like this, and that's the last thing that we do in this section. Okay, very well. That's what we had up to here, and finally we get to this section. It is a very simple gallery. By adding a series of images or pictures, we can have the things, but we can design a structure. First, we can set up the structure first, and then we can replace the image one by one. So what I do here is to set up the structure of the gallery, the framework that is here, like this. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, yep, that's it. Okay, as you see, if you pay careful attention, we have about 5 images. One of them is larger, and the rest are here checked. Quite simply, using such a structure, we can set up our own pictures, and we can use the rectangle tool. Each one of these, imagine if I wanted to set the first image, the other images in order, I would be setting them in order to the end, make a copy out of these and set them right over here. Okay, that's what we have up to now, like this, as you can see. Okay, we can have them like this, next to each other. Okay, you can use this framework for your work and include the images, but because I have done this before, I don't want to waste any more time. I just wanted to show you how things are done, how each part is being framed. Okay, very well. I copy and paste this. Of course, we can apply some change of color. For instance, if I choose the linear gradient section, I can set this part as blue. Here is the same. We choose the blue color for the section as well. This one over here, and a little I can decrease the opacity, or from here I can do this, and then I can include the background inside the image. You can do it every each way you want, and there is no requirement for you to do it the way I am doing it right now. It's mostly a question of taste and requirements. The only important thing is to be a bit creative and move on with the work so that it matches your desired intentions. Finally, we get the contact us section. There's nothing special about it. We just have to make a copy, and finally type background that we have here, and the image that you see over here we set up so that you can rotate it. That is, you can change it the way you want, change the orientation. So I am going to remove these from here. This is a background. Other than the background, if I remove this part completely, as you see, these are the items that we can use and include in our projects. As we saw, I'm sure you noticed. I hope you learned how to do it properly. Very well. I set this here just like that. I can apply some changes, okay, so that it is matching my desired intentions. The final result will be satisfactory enough. There is nothing difficult. We have designed rather similar items before. Here it's just another example of what we had. Here act based on what we have on our minds and take care of the designing. We set the font as usual at SF Pro Display, most common font, and add email that like this. We can have it. Okay, other items, you can see what they are. As I said, you can use the Picon software and get the icons that you need from it one by one. You can use them on your projects. Okay, very well. So up to here, actually we were able to quite simply take care of the job and design what we had on our minds. But there's something here. Now we are going to deal with animation aspect of the work and see here how we can work with the animated part. If I use this design, I make a copy from it and paste it over here and here, like that, next to each other. We make two copies. Now, in fact, as I said, we are going to design the drop down menu. Okay, let's see. Now I change it up to here. The item that we have here, as you can see, is set over there. All right, and of course this needs to be reversed. That is like this, so that when we click on it, in fact, we will be able to have this view. So I enter the prototype section. From here I click on this item, and from here on this item, very well, I decrease the size of my design and I play the work so that I can see how things work out. Get what I okay, let's see. It's showing it, but I just want to have my own design. Okay, so we start changing it a bit like that. Okay, so if I hold this, now I return the designs up to here. As you see, now I want it to happen like this. The transition would be ambulatory, and this one, in fact, I move this here, and this would be set on auto animate as well. And now I increase the size of this, okay, so that I can see how it is. So as you see, this is exactly what I had on my mind, but our design needs to care like this. This happen in this fashion. Now I move down a bit. Yeah, exactly what I was looking for. Here it is being shown. So up to here, we have realized how we can design such websites using the Adobe XD software and how to set them up. I hope that the contents of this session were useful to you and will remain useful in your future endeavors. Thank you very much. See you.